know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Ventura escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ventura. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down, Ventura. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A nice throw there by the 4th-round pick, and he earns his guys a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd and 13. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Looking to throw. Ventura toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Off play action. Ventura. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They try to throw on fourth and goal from the 2, and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Here's 2nd and 7. Paul on to give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A pass complete to Adunze. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. 3rd and 20. Allen now looks to throw. And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Back to throw. Ventura. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Let's go. 19 Lions.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Straight ahead is Hall. Past the 20. 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Breece Hall, 50 yards. And the Saints are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and he delivers a big play here for this offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Operating from the gun. Ventura. And it's caught. Touchdown Colts. From 6 yards away. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Allen. And going deep downfield for Boykin. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now Allen. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now 2nd and 5. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Ventura. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
They'll go again with Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Off the play fake. Ventura. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Allen to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Alert! Out!
Now Allen. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. Here's Hall again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Flush to his right. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Looking to throw. Ventura flushed out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this thing. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Ventura. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Short throw caught by Pitts. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. N'Keal Harry. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Five wide. Pass. Stop.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Pierce. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Again, it's Pierce. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dameon Pierce taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On the set.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he gets this to Thornton. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Ventura eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. A give up the middle with Benson. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for them. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium going to present the Lombardi Trophy to the New Orleans Saints. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.